what's been one of the biggest surprises since going on this journey? Positive or negative?
Positive or negative? Gosh, the battle scars. It's a long journey and it's an intense journey, and I think that's not necessarily taken us by surprise, but I think it's something you don't necessarily anticipate when you start, is how intense the process is. And I don't say that in a negative way. I think it's, you go from one kind of milestone to the next very quickly. You know, you go from, whether you're in discovery, going through to walkthrough, through to, you know, UAT, knowledge transfer. It's non-stop throughout. So I think, yeah, I don't know whether you can even prepare for that. You've just got to take that as it comes, and roll with the punches almost. I think one of the things that I wish we'd been able to do during the process is kind of do a little bit more celebration at the end of each milestone, because it is such an achievement to kind of get to that, you know, all right, we've finished discovery, that's brilliant, you know, let's recognise that, but you don't always get the opportunity because you're straight into the next chunk of the delivery plan. So that would have been a nice thing to do, but we'll save that for the end.
And I mean, your team are brilliant throughout in terms of looking forwards. Where you've kind of bucked a trend in how people talk about it, with hindsight or otherwise, is that your team were always so constructive, saying we face these challenges together, blame doesn't get brought up, we don't lean on a contract, we're straight on to, as you say, that next milestone. How did you keep your team engaged throughout this process and keep them looking forwards, saying the payoff will be worth it?
I think the really good thing about the team we've had is that they're all very focused on the end goal, and knowing that it's going to be worth it. So yeah, we're going to have to dig in, but it'll be worth it in the end. But we've also had throughout some very safe spaces, so the team can kind of vent and share their frustrations in a safe space, knowing that there's no retribution or anything like that. And similarly, we've had those moments with the Namos consultants as well, you know, where we'll sit in a meeting and go, God, this is hard, like, next. So it's nice to have had those relationships, you know, with your partners as well as internally with your own project team, to be able to kind of experience and go through those frustrations and hard days, because there are lots of them, and you do need to be with a partner that you can roll with those, because the difficult days are common, but they make the good days even better, you know, because you've got that great relationship and you can just roll with one thing to the next.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Namos mantra about big enough to deliver, small enough to care. And what you're saying there, the reciprocal caring for the outcomes together. I remember the Go No Go meeting. I was greeted with a mental health well-being pack with tea and coffee and biscuits, and so that certainly stuck with me.
Yeah, we definitely went through a lot of biscuits. I think we had I ordered at the start. I think when we went through discovery, I ordered about 600 packets of biscuits to get us through the sessions, and we just about got through all of those. So
that's going to be the key takeaway.
Yeah, biscuits every step of the way.
Di, thank you so much for today. Really appreciate taking the time to talk us through your journey, the candour, the battle scars, but equally the benefits that you're now realising. So thank you from us at Namos, and look forward to hearing more about your journey into the future.
Thank you very much.